want to talk to you also about bearing your indignation, because sins have consequences. Are we forgiven? Yes, we are. But sometimes the law of sowing and reaping allow you to walk through, because part of walking through it is so that you would never go back to make the same mistake again. So it's not that God hasn't forgiven you. It is that the consequences that he's allowing to happen for your sin is geared at ensuring that you never do it again. How many times you say, God, I'm not going to do it again? You're going right back to what you say you're not going to do. How many times? So sometimes God allows the certain consequences. It's not that he don't forgive you when you ask him for it, no. But this is where believers struggle. They don't understand the difference between knowing that God give them and having to walk through the redemptive, let me use that word, redemptive consequences. Say, Pastor Brown, what you mean by redemptive consequences? God allow it to happen to you, not because you are not forgiven, but because that thing is going to make sure you never do that sin again. You ever read of David committing adultery with anybody else? You ever read of David killing anybody else and taking them wife? Never. When God finished with him, he learned him lesson. He now go back to that. So there are things sometimes that God allows because he is a merciful God, but he's also a just God. His mercy caused him to forgive you. So you don't have to be guilty because you know that God has forgiven you. But his justice, because remember, other people were wronged in the sin. So this is where the body of Christ, the lines have been blurred when it comes on to this message of how do I know God has forgiven me from my past? But if God has forgiven me from my past, then why am I going through the consequences of my sins? And we're gonna look at that. Jesus.